All right, welcome back to Mueller Field here at St. Xavier High School. We're still waiting for the second umpire to arrive. It's been so long ago since I did the opening, I'm going to go ahead and do it again. The Jeffersonville Red Devils, they are 6-3. Last night the Red Devils found themselves in quite a battle with crosstown rival New Albany. Took 11 innings to decide a winner, but after all was said and done, the Bulldogs prevailed by a final score of 7-6. Ian Ellis for Jeff had a 3-run homer. However, Brandon Johnson on the mound for the Bulldogs kept the Red Devils bats at bay through the final 4 innings, allowing New Albany to chip away at the lead and eventually win in the 11th. Joe Burke took the loss for Jeffersonville. The Red Devils are led by head coach Derek Ellis. For the home team, St. Xavier Tigers, they are 16-6, 3-2 in the region, 0-1 in the district. Yesterday, the Tigers faced Brentwood Academy, a team from Tennessee, and won 11-1 in 6 innings. Hayden Ford with the big bat for the Tigers went 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs and a home run. Avery Lane was 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, and Scott Spurlock pitched in with a triple and an RBI. Connor Underwood got the win for the Tigers, scattering 3 hits and allowing 1 earned run through his 6 innings. St. Xavier, they're 3-2 over their last 5. On April the 9th, they had a loss to the DeSales Coats, 5-4. On the 10th, they lost to Male 10-0, and since then it's been 3 victories, 6-2 over Trinity, 2-1 over PRP, and then last night 11-1 over Brentwood. I'll go ahead and give you the starting lineups once again. For the visiting Jeffersonville Red Devils, playing center field batting first is number 1, Drew Campbell. The shortstop batting second, number 10, Drew Ellis. Pitching, batting third is number 6, Chandler Dale. The left fielder batting fourth, number 20, Nolan Fertig. The second baseman in the 5th spot, number 7, Jared Burke. Batting sixth, playing first base, Ian Ellis. Batting 7th, playing third base, number 24, Josh Burke. The catcher batting 8th is number 21, Trey Gibson. And in right field, batting 9th and rounding out the Red Devil batting order is Jeremiah Phelps. On the bump, it's going to be Chandler Dale. So once again, it's Campbell, Ellis, Dale, Fertig, Burke, Ellis, Burke, Dempsey, and Phelps. In the 5th spot, that's Jared Burke. In the 7th spot, that is Josh Burke. For the home team, St. Xavier Tigers, they are 16-6, 3-2 in the region, 0-1 in district play. Leading off playing shortstop, number 10, Avery Lane. The right fielder batting second, number 23, Aaron Grammer. The designated hitter batting in the 3rd spot, number 17, Josh Finnerty. The left fielder batting in the 4th spot, number 18, Andrew McCormick. In center field batting 5th, number 6, Miles Lee. Catching batting 6th is number 15, Josh Osborne. At first base batting 7th, number 24, Cam Revelette. The third baseman batting 8th, number 3, Scott Spurlock. And rounding out the Tiger order, second baseman, number 12, Tristan Purcell. On the mound, J.D. Munt. J.D. with a record of 1-1, 3.36 ERA, 16 2/3 innings pitched, 8 earned runs, 20 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 hit batsmen. So once again for the Tigers, Lane, Grammer, Finnerty, McCormick, Lee, Osborne, Revelette, Spurlock, and Purcell. I'm going to get back with Derek Furch. He's the senior shortstop for the Spalding University Golden Eagles, and we were just talking about a little trip that we had going from Webster to Greenville and playing at Highland. You played there last year in the conference tournament, is that correct?
That is correct.
The field looks big. The grass is tall. Is it tough to get a ball out of that park?
It is. There were no home runs hit at the conference tournament last year. It's not, feet-wise, it's not, a bigger park than we played at Derby City, but for some reason just the way the field sits, the air there, and the way the wind blows, blew straight in the entire tournament last year. Weren't even very many extra base hits the whole tournament.
Yeah. If you haven't had a chance to see the Golden Eagles play, a big facet of their game is the short game, and I think that field's probably going to help you guys out in that aspect.
I think so, too. We always seem to bunt better and get into our offense a lot better when we play on fields with maybe a little thicker grass or where we're not on turf or something like that, where we can really, really execute our bunts, get our bunts down, and use our team speed.
For a team that's not afraid to play small ball, you guys still had a lot of extra base hits in that Webster series.
Yeah, they had 3 good pitchers who have some velo. So when you run in, when you put good swings on the ball, you're going to run some balls into some gaps there. And playing at their place on the turf helps too. You hit a line drive to left center field, and it's going to get all the way to the wall on a field like St. X with some turf. So, again, we just like to use our speed when we hit the ball in the gaps.
Yeah, even on that turf, you and Maddie both had some tricky hops there. You had one at short, and one came up on Maddie, too.
Yeah, it's a little different when you're used to playing on grass and dirt the whole time. Usually on turf, the second bounce, it's like a bouncy ball. The second bounce on a bouncy ball picks up some front spin, and sometimes it hits. And even out here at St. X, there's some live spots on the turf, and there's some dead spots, just how the turf is built. But just got to play with it.
Yeah, and you're another coach on the field. You're a very cerebral ball player. Any aspirations of coaching after you finish?
Actually, just took a job. Got a job offer and taking a job offer down at Christian County High School next fall and next spring. I'll be the varsity assistant coach on their baseball team down there and be a teacher's aide in the high school.
Okay. Your field of study is social studies?
Social sciences, psychology, sociology, history.
Yeah. When I went through that at the beginning of the year when I was filling out my sheet that I use for broadcast, I was really surprised with as entrenched as you are in sports, and especially local sports. I would have thought that you were going to be doing something in communications or sports administration or something like that.
Communications, definitely, broadcasting games. I love broadcasting basketball games. This being my first baseball game. I don't know what it is. I just feel comfortable behind the mic. But that's something that hopefully I can get into. When I get down into Hopkinsville, they have a radio station down there that does a lot of high school football and basketball games. And I know the guy who runs it there. So while I didn't do it in school because I want to be a teacher and a coach, it's definitely something I'd like to do later in life.
Yeah. I've heard you and Ryan Ritchie do the basketball games. You guys do a great job. And, I've always said if you can do baseball play-by-play, you can probably do just about anything else. There is so much downtime in baseball. And when I'm doing a game and there's dead air, it may just be like 3 seconds, but it seems like it's 3 minutes. If you can't find something to say or you don't have something to say, what we're doing right now is the tough part. Once the first pitch is thrown, the game takes care of itself. But it's just leading up to the start of the ball game. That's the challenge. That's where you earn your money, so to speak.
Should be a nice little change of pace. Doing college basketball, it's back and forth and a rebound here and a pass there and knock it out of bounds there. Baseball, like you said, a little more slow pace. You gotta fill the dead air, but that's what the game's all about.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that. I was sharing a story, and I'm not going to share it on the air. I'll tell you what I was talking about off the air, but. People do not realize how complex baseball is, how it changes on every pitch, everything that goes into the game as far as scouting teams. They're not necessarily stealing signs, but what a team's tendencies are, and all that kind of stuff. So, Jim, we're not going to have a national anthem after all? All right. Well, our first inning is brought to us by LDG Development. LDG develops, builds, renovates, and operates rental communities that serve the moderate-income individual. In the Louisville area, the Woods of Glen Hill Manor, Overlook Terrace Apartments, and Whispering Woods Apartments. You can look them up online at ldgdevelopment.com. Leading off for the Red Devils, it's going to be the center fielder Drew Campbell, followed by Drew Ellis and Chandler Dale. Layout here at Mueller Field, down the lines it's 330. The power alley's 375. Straightaway center field, it's 400. Last time we were here just a few weeks ago, we didn't have any of the green out there in the field. We're going to have a much nicer backdrop for you guys watching the game at home. The St. Xavier Tiger defense looks like this. From third to first, it's Scott Spurlock, Avery Lane, Tristan Purcell, and Cam Rivellette. The outfield left to right, Andrew McCormick, Miles Lee, Aaron Grammer. And the battery is J.D. Munt and Josh Osborne. I'll mention again, J.D., record of 1-1, a 3.36 ERA. 16 2/3 innings pitched, 8 earned runs, 20 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 hit batters. So it sounds like, Derek, he has pretty good control of what he's doing out there.
I coached J.D. 2 summers ago after his freshman season. He's put on a little weight, gotten a little taller, but you can see even in warm-ups, he's got a really good curveball. And fastball, throws a two-seam fastball, got a little velocity on that, but if you can tell if he can control those 2 pitches, the 2 pitches are good enough. He's going to strike out a lot of batters, get a lot of ground balls.
All right. As I mentioned earlier, make sure you follow us on Twitter. I am at Tim Bryan, TimBrian. Derek, what's your Twitter account?
Mine is D2F_SS.
All right. That's D2 Furch, and that's shortstop for the Spalding University Golden Eagles. Jeffersonville, they are 6-3. St. Xavier 16-6. And we're about 29 minutes late starting this ball game. We originally was told a 6 o'clock start time, but we made the best of it there. I hope you enjoyed our pregame conversation with myself and Spalding shortstop Derek Furch. This is Drew Campbell. He's the center fielder. He's going to start the game off for the Red Devils. The first pitch is laced into right field. Aaron Grammer is there. One pitch, one out.
J.D. Munt, that's how you want to draw it up right there. Get the first batter on the first pitch of the game, get an out. A nice swing by the leadoff hitter there. What was that? Was
Drew Campbell.
Drew Campbell. That was a nice swing by the little left-handed center fielder right there, just right at Aaron Grammer in right field.
It's going to bring to the plate Drew Ellis, the shortstop. And here's the first offering from Munt. Nips the outside part of the plate, strike one.
That was that curveball right there, showing it off early.
Here's the 0-1. Through the hole at third and short. A one-out single for Ellis. And with one out and a man on first, it's going to bring up the opposing pitcher, Chandler Dale. Chandler is a pretty good-sized fella strolling into the box there.
Munt just left that curveball a little bit, got a little bit too much to the plate there, and threw two curveballs in a row. Good hitter Drew Ellis looks like. Good bodied shortstop right there. Saw it two pitches in a row, got the barrel to it, and sent it into left.
One on, one out, top of the first. This is Tim Bryan and Derek Furch with you on the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network. Thanks for joining us. That offering in from Munt to Dale. Strike one. Make sure you're following us in the fifth inning. We'll have our fifth inning trivia question. That's also sponsored by Salsaritas. And a throw over to first. It's going to be a sports movie audio trivia question, and if you know the answer, send that to fanmail@bbsnonline.com. Also, at the conclusion of this game, we'll have a B&B Sports Broadcasting Network Player of the Game. And that's not supposed to happen. And we'll take your suggestions along with what Derek and I think, and we'll come up with a player at the end of the game. Took a little something off of that pitch, and Dale was able to hold up. Send your suggestions to fanmail@bbsnonline.com, and we'll get together and figure out who that player of the game is going to be.
I love high school lineups. Opposing pitcher hitting in the 3-hole.
Well, when I was looking through their lineup, or St. X's lineup, actually, they run 3 juniors to the plate, and then they run 3 seniors to the plate. A lot of time you think you would have some of your more senior people hitting 1 and 2.
St. X had to change their lineup up a little bit when Austin Clemens went down with his torn ACL a couple of weeks ago. Again, huge loss for them. One of the best players in the state, arguably, committed to U of L, was probably a top candidate to win.
Oh, that's the first Circle K strikeout. Every strikeout on the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network is a Circle K. Chandler Dale goes down looking. That's the second out here in the top of the first.
It's that curveball we talked about right when J.D. got out there warming up. If he can spot that pitch, it's going to be a long night for the Red Devils hitting-wise.
This is going to bring up the left fielder, Nolan Fertig. Got Ellis on first, 2 down, top of the first. The runner goes. Little hit and run. It's a flare to the shortstop. Actually, it was a one-hopper. Chopped it high. The putout's going to go 6-3, and that's going to end the top of the first inning. Inning totals, there were no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. After a half inning of play, we have no score. This is the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network.
The largest physician's practice in Louisville, the University of Louisville Physicians announces the opening of new U of L
Physicians Geriatric Practice, devoted entirely to the special needs of people 65 and over. A comprehensive approach to geriatrics that integrates caring for the medical, social, and mental health of older adults. It's the kind of care you'll find nowhere else in Kentuckiana. Located at the corner of Chestnut and Preston, offering convenient drop-off and wheelchair transports. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 852-7449 or visit uoflphysicians.com.
Kentuckians believe that if you truly want to take care of something, say your car or your home, you just don't turn it over to strangers. Maybe that's why so many Kentuckians insure their cars, trucks, homes, and belongings with Kentucky Farm Bureau. Kentucky Farm Bureau agents are committed to providing honest, trustworthy insurance services to Kentuckians just like you. In J-Town, contact Karen Little, 266-6610, and Lyndon J.O. Osborne, 327-5480. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Kentucky High School Baseball on BBSN. The excitement is here.
All right, bottom half of the first inning. This is Derek Furch and Tim Bryan with you on the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network. It's going to be Lane, Grammer, and Finnerty for the Tigers. And the Red Devils defense looks like this. From third to first, it's Josh Burke, Drew Ellis, Jared Burke, and Ian Ellis. The outfield, left to right, Nolan Fertig, Drew Campbell, Jeremiah Phelps. And the battery tonight is Chandler Dale and Trey Dempsey. First pitch from Dale. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Nice pickup, nice throw to first. That putout's going to go 6-3, and that's the first out.
Not what you want there if you're Avery Lane. Jeffersonville's first leadoff batter stung a ball to right field, and that kind of sets a tone for your offense that you're going to hit the ball hard. That first pitch of the inning right there, Avery Lane hits a chopper to the shortstop. He'll have 2 or 3 more opportunities tonight to get that one back.
Junior Aaron Grammer is now at the plate. Has a 219 batting average, 6'1", 190. Four strikeouts and 7 walks. He's been plunked twice. Has 4 RBIs. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. First inning, the Red Devils did get a base runner. Didn't get any further than first base. It was a single by Drew Ellis, then a strikeout of Dale, and a ground out of Fertig. A high chopper to the second baseman, Burke. It's Burke to Ellis. And that's 2 up and 2 down for the Tigers.
So we got 2 Burks and 2 Ellises in the infield for Jeffersonville.
Yeah. And the coach is Derek Ellis, yeah. So I'm sure that's probably his sons. This is the junior designated hitter, Josh Finnerty. Josh is batting .262. Finnerty 6'2", 190.
And he's been that big since his freshman year. He's a big old kid.
Yeah, tried to check his swing there, could not hold up.
Good athlete, basketball player as well.
Finnerty 5 doubles, a triple, a home run. And let's see, 8 RBIs. RBI leader for this Tiger team is Avery Lane with 12. Count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. This is the bottom of the first inning. We're coming to you live from Mueller Field on the campus of St. Xavier High School. It's an Indiana-Kentucky rivalry. Jeffersonville High School, Indiana, traveled across the bridge to face the Tigers on their home field today. Jeffersonville dropped a heartbreaker last night. Pushed into the air, second baseman's drifting back. Jared Burks calling off the right fielder. It's a 1-2-3, bottom of the first inning for Jeffersonville. After 1 complete inning of play, we have no score. This is the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network.
LDG develops, builds, renovates, and operates rental communities that serve the moderate-income individual. In the Louisville area, the woods of Glen Hill Manor and Valley Station, Overlook Terrace Apartments, off New Cut Road, and Whispering Woods Apartments in the Cane Run Road area. If you're looking for apartments in the Louisville area, contact LDG Development. Framing Express, framing your awards, certificates, jerseys, and sports memorabilia. 5 locations in the Louisville area: 9810 Shelbyville Road, 1 block east of Hurstbourne Lane; 3910 Bardstown Road in Mutual; 291 North Hubbards Lane in the Woodlawn Shopping Center; 1741 Bardstown Road in the Highlands; and 2230 Holiday Manor in the Holiday Manor Shopping Center. For all your framing needs, framing what matters since 1973. Framing Express.
Top of the second inning, the Red Devils will send to the plate 5, 6, and 7. Jared Burke, Ian Ellis, and Josh Burke. Once again with the Tiger defense from third to first. It's Spurlock, Lane, Purcell, and Rebellette. The outfield left to right, McCormick, Lee, and Grammer. And the battery is J.D. Munt and Josh Osborne. Sitting in again with me, just to give you a reminder, this is Derek Furch. He's the senior shortstop for Spalding University Golden Eagles, currently 21-11, I believe. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And won your game last night on the road against Trancey. It's good thing you guys are finally back home and you get to play a few games at Derby City Field.
Yeah, we've played 15 straight road games. Been living out of hotels and gym bags for the past 4 weeks. It's been a tough stretch. Would have liked to have a little better record in that road trip, but do what you can from here on out.
Yeah. Pretty much wound up, I think, 11-4. Is that what it was?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah. Count of 2 balls and 1 strike to the number 5 hitter, second baseman Jared Burke. No score, top of the second. The delivery from the left-handed Munt nips the corner, strike 2, counts even 2 balls, 2 strikes. I tell you, I've been able to spend time with you guys in Tucson and then with the Webster Greenville series. I just enjoy being around you guys. Number 1, a nice breaking pitch, freezes Burke. That's the second strikeout.
There's that curveball. Started right at Jared Burke's front hip, broke right over the inside part of the plate. When you're lefty on lefty, that's what you want to do with that curveball. Start it right at the lefty's hip and let it break over the plate, and hopefully you freeze them.
Now 2 strikeouts, both of them watching by J.D. Munt. Now batting's the first baseman, Ian Ellis, and what I was saying was you guys seem to get along really well. It's a good-natured group of guys, and it's just you guys are just a ball to be around. I really enjoy my time with you guys on the road. Pushed into right field. Coming over is Aaron Grammer. He's going to squeeze it. That's the second inning here in the top of the second out here in the top of the second inning.
That's what Coach Sheets always says about us. We always get compliments and stuff when we go to when we're in airports and restaurants about how nice we are, and sometimes I actually think that's part of our downfall when we lose some games. We don't have that competitive edge all the time, but something with a young team we're still trying to figure out, and hopefully we will in the next 2 weeks.
Nice play by the diving second baseman Tristan Purcell. Dove over toward the second base bag, got his glove on it, kept it from going into the outfield, possibly eliminating an extra base hit there. A 2-out single by Burke, and that's going to bring up the catcher Trey Dempsey. Two out, a man on. The first offering, it's a ground ball hit to the third baseman, Spurlock, over to first. That's going to end the inning. Couple base hits by the Red Devils, but have not been able to advance anyone past first base. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. They've stranded 2 through 2. This is Derek Furch and Tim Bryan on the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network.
The largest physician's practice in Louisville, the University of Louisville Physicians announces the opening of new U of L Physicians geriatric practice, devoted entirely to the special needs of people 65 and over. A comprehensive approach to geriatrics that integrates caring for the medical, social, and mental health of older adults. It's the kind of care you'll find nowhere else in Kentuckyana. Located at the corner of Chestnut and Preston, offering convenient drop-off and wheelchair transports. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 852-7449 or visit uoflphysicians.com. Circle K is known around the world for offering busy consumers a wide variety of quality products and services in a fast, friendly, and clean environment. For more than 50 years, Circle K has been one of North America's most popular and successful operators of convenience stores. Today, there are more than 3,300 Circle K stores across the U.S. and 35 here locally. Your neighborhood Circle K features an award-winning brand of premium Circle K coffee and Polar Pops. Circle K, fast, friendly service.
Second inning action is brought to us by U of L Physicians Geriatric Practice. It's devoted entirely to the special needs of people 65 and over, a comprehensive approach to geriatrics that integrates caring for the medical, social, and mental health of older adults. It's the kind of care you'll find nowhere else in Kentuckyana. You can contact them at 852-7449. That is U of L Physicians Geriatric Practice. Curveball starts off the number 4 hitter, Andrew McCormick. He looks at it for a strike. It'll be McCormick, Lee, and Osborne. And once again with the Red Devils' defense, it's Burke, Ellis, Burke, and Ellis. Boy, that's repetitive. Burke, Ellis, Burke, and Ellis. That's third to first. In the dirt, blocked up, the outfield left to right, Fertig, Campbell, and Phelps. And the battery is Dale and Dempsey. 1-2-3 inning for the Tigers in the bottom of the first. A ground out by Lane, a ground out by Grammer, and a pop-up by Finnerty.
Big swing right there. A little 1-1 count. Had an idea the pitcher was going to bring a fastball. He just missed that one, fouled it straight back.
Your senior year, how far did you guys go? Did you win region? Did you go to Applebee's that year?
Man, Tim, you were just bringing up sour subjects. My senior year, actually, we lost in the first round of district.
Oh.
You know, we're in the super district over here with Male and Manual, and only 2 of the teams get out of that. And Manual beat us with Craig Piercy that night, who pitches down at Morehead State now. He was just a sophomore back then. I actually believe.
Popped into the air. It's left center field. Center fielder is coming over. He's calling off the left fielder. That is Drew Campbell. And that is a leadoff fly out to the center fielder by McCormick. 1 down.
I believe that was Craig Piercy's first career start. They threw him in the first round of districts, and they beat us, I believe, 4-2, and he threw like a five-hit complete game. He was very good for a sophomore and Division I pitcher now.
Yeah. Now, that year, that was Brandon's senior year, your senior year. They ended up going to Applebee's Park that year. Started a game with their ace, Corey Littrell, and that was a rain-shortened game. Anderson County, I think it was.
Yep.
A rain-shortened game, and Corey had a family emergency and couldn't come back and finish that one. They ended up losing that game on the second day.
Yep.
That was a shame, but a lot of fond memories of that year. A lot of really talented. That's the reason why we actually started this, trying to raise the awareness of the high level of baseball here in the Louisville area. A lot of good teams, a lot of good players. If you look at the rosters around town, you'll see a lot of kids from this Louisville area on these rosters. Division I, Division II, Division III. They're all over the place. Count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Comes back with a hook again, fouled off.
Nice job battling by Miles Lee there. It was a good pitch by Chandler Dale, curveball down in the zone. Lee just got enough of it to foul it back off the catcher and live to see another pitch.
Center fielder Miles Lee. Miles is batting .267, has a couple doubles, a triple, 9 RBIs. Ground ball to the shortstop. The third baseman actually comes over in front of the shortstop. That might have affected his throw over, and it's going to be an infield single by Miles Lee. That's one you really need to let the third baseman have. His momentum's taking him toward that bag at first.
That's a tough play at Nubber right there, and Lee, pretty good runner. Center fielder also pitches for this team. Another good athlete that St. X runs out there and was able to beat the throw over to first base.
This is the catcher, Josh Osborne. Josh is a senior, batting 196. Josh with 3 doubles, a triple, and 7 RBIs on the season. And we were talking about the college season being short. I mean, the same thing with high school. I think you guys can officially start practice on Valentine's Day is what it seems like.
Yep.
And then 3 weeks later, the game started, and it seems like 6 weeks later, we're over at Patterson Field.
I always did. I felt like, especially with baseball, you wait the whole school year to get it going while you watch the football team play, you watch the basketball team play, then your season starts, and then you're gearing up for finals at the end of the academic year. You're gearing up for district play and that, and it just gets quick on you.
Yeah. Tied him up, tailed that pitch in on his hands, count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Andrew McCormick started out the bottom of the second, flew out to center fielder Drew Campbell. Miles Lee with a dribbler between third and short. Shortstop called off the third baseman. Miles legged it out. He's standing over at first. With 1 out, a couple throw-overs, but Miles has been in safely. Dell said, here's delivery, a curveball. Must have caught the inside corner of the plate. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
These are two good umpires here. I don't know the names of them, but they've been umpiring since I was in high school, and they showed up a little late tonight, but they were always 2 of the better umpires that you got in this city. And again, the high school zone, you think high school umpires probably give 2 or 3 inches off each side of the plate, I would say. Not really supposed to, and I'm sure they wouldn't admit that, but I'd say that's how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, and you see that change from game to game. I mean, every umpire has his own, the rule book says it's this, but the umpire strike zone is this. That's the first strikeout by Chandler Dale. Josh Osborne goes down looking for the second out in the bottom of the second. Now standing in for the Tigers, first baseman Cam Revelette. Cam's a junior, batting 200. Revelette 5'11", 175. Has 6 hits. All 6 of his hits have been singles. Chandler set. And a throw over to first. It was kind of quick, but not in time. Trying to remember the last game that we were over here. Who pitched for Mail?
There goes Lee, and he's going to be safe at second with no throw.
Ball dribbled away from the catcher.
Yep.
So Miles Lee is going to steal second base, and that puts the runner in scoring position with 2 down for Revelette. And here's the 1-1. Curveball catches the outer corner of the plate, and Revelette swings through it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Second inning once again is brought to us by U of L Physicians Geriatric Practice. It's the kind of care you'll find nowhere else in Kentuckiana. The 1-2. Breaking ball leaves that one just a little bit high. It's going to make the count even.
Mr. Brinkman up here just pointed out that Coach Louisville coach Dan McDonald sitting down there in the front row, checking out the action tonight. I would assume Chandler Dale, this pitcher for Jeff, he runs it up there. He's got a nice fastball and a nice curveball. Of course, Austin Clemens, who we mentioned earlier, who's hurt, committed to U of L. I'm sure Coach McDonald.
Ball's up and away. It scoots away from the catcher, and Lee is going to move up to third base.
I'm sure Coach McDonald's probably here partly checking in on him. He had Austin had his surgery last week. From everything I heard from him and his family, surgery went well, so I'm sure he's checking up on him too. But I think Louisville had an off day today. They played Moorhead State last night, so good night to get out and watch some high school games.
Which indeed is what your coaching staff's doing tonight.
That is correct. Sheets is either recruiting.
That's a one-hopper to the shortstop. He makes a nice play on it, whirls and throws, and gets the out at first. A nice play by Drew Ellis. The putout's going to go 6-3, and that's going to end the scoring thread here in the bottom of the second inning. We had no runs off one hit, no errors, a really nice defensive play, and one man left on base. After 2 complete innings, we have no score. This is Louisville Area High School Baseball on the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network.
Saucerita serves up all your fresh Mexican favorites: burritos, nachos, tacos, salads, and Mexican pizzas. Located in St. Matthews on North Hubbard's Lane, right behind the McDonald's in the Woodlawn Center. Sauceritas offers a unique, fresh Mexican, family-friendly, and casual dining experience. Stop by today and try one of their 3 signature saucy burritos: quesarito, rancherito, or tamarito. Sauceritas offers catering, so keep them in mind for your upcoming graduation, anniversary, or for any special event. Their catering hotline is 356-9468. That's Sauceritas Fresh Cantina. You're listening to BBSN, the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network. Check us out on the web at www.bbsnonline.com.
Into the top of the third inning we go for the Red Devils. It'll be number 9, followed by 1 and 2. Jeremiah Phelps, the right footer, is going to lead things off, followed by top of the order Drew Campbell, and then shortstop Drew Ellis, who just made a really fine play there at shortstop.
Yeah, and Austin Clemens just texted me. I guess he is watching from home, recovering. He said that Drew Ellis is, in fact, going to U of L also. So I guess Coach McDonald's out here watching his future shortstop, hopefully.
Austin, is he a position player, pitcher? Or?
Austin was.
That's a ground ball right up the middle. Actually, it was like a 2-hopper right up the middle. Purcell made a nice play, but didn't quite have the arm to get out the speedy Phelps at first. So that's going to infield hit for Phelps, and that's going to roll the lineup over.
Clemens is one of the best athletes that I've seen play baseball here at St. X since I've been here. He's been the best player this school's had since I've been here as a freshman. He's the best one I've seen. He's playing shortstop this year for St. X. He caught a little bit last year, played third base. He's a kid that you can put anywhere on the field: big, tall, athletic, fast.
Shows bunt, pushes it down the third base line. It's fielded. The play's at first. That was Scott Spurlock. The sacrifice is executed. Spurlock fielded it, threw over to Revelette. That's the first out, but the sacrifice is executed, and that's going to move Phelps up to second.
Not sure where Austin is going to play at Louisville, but he's certainly athletic enough to play probably just about any position on the field there.
One of those kids kind of like what you all have in Kyle Whitlock.
Exactly like that. But with Austin, he can catch too. But, yeah, big, strong, can hit anywhere in the lineup, fast enough to run down balls in the outfield, good enough arm to play third or shortstop. So he's going to have a nice collegiate career. I know the Tigers miss having him out here for the remainder of his senior year this season. And
I'm not just saying this because you're sitting here next to me. I mean, I've known you're a good defensive shortstop, but you made a play the other day at Greenville, deep in the hole at third base, and over toward third base, and you threw a dart across the field. I did not realize that you had that strong an arm.
I think the wind was behind me on that one more than anything.
Yeah, I was talking about it up in the booth. I said, man, that was a BB that he threw across the field there.
I remember that play, and that's one where you get deep in the hole at shortstop, and when you get the ball, you just let it fly and hope it's on the money.
Yeah.
And we got a good first baseman in Kyle Whitlock. If you throw it anywhere near over there, he's going to catch all of them.
In the air, it's going to stay in the infield. Third baseman's coming in calling for it. That is Scott Spurlock. Avery Lane goes over to the third base bag to make sure that the runner does not advance. That's 2 outs, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Chandler Dale. Dale struck out in his first plate appearance. A leadoff single by Phelps. He advanced to second on the sacrifice. Now there's 2 down for the pitcher, Chandler Dale. And time is called. Our third inning is brought to us by Salsaritas. Salsaritas Fresh Cantina. They serve up all your fresh Mexican favorites: burritos, nachos, tacos, salads, and Mexican pizzas. 2 locations in the Louisville area, in St. Matthews and in Middletown. Keep them in mind for your upcoming derby or graduation. They do cater. That number is 356-9468. Salsaritas Fresh Cantina. That ball is going to scoot away from Osborne, and Phelps is 90 feet away from scoring the first Red Devil run.
It's a big moment right here. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Both pitchers been throwing fairly well early on. You think runs are probably going to be at a minimum in this game, so it'd be good for J.D. Munt to get this third out of the inning, let his offense get back in there and go to work.
Stay down in the zone, let the batter roll over on something, and hit a ground ball to your defense. That pitch is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. I ran into Greg Shearer. I didn't realize that he was the pitching coach over here. He tried to teach Brandon how to pitch. It just didn't work out. Brandon could throw the ball hard. He just couldn't throw it anywhere close to the plate. And nice pitch right at the bottom of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dale was the first strikeout victim. 2 strikeouts on the day by Munt, both of them of the watching variety. That pitch out of play. Make sure in the 5th inning you're listening for that trivia question. Be the first person with the correct response to fanmail@bbsnonline.com, and you'll win that gift certificate from Salsaritas. Here's the 2-2. It's a high chopper. Third baseman's charging it. He has it over to first. Nice play by Spurlock to Rivellette. That's the last out of the top of the third inning. Once again, the Red Devils get a runner on board, but do not get him past third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. The Red Devils have stranded 3 runners through 3 innings. This is Louisville Area High School Baseball on the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network.
Salsarita serves up all your fresh Mexican favorites: burritos, nachos, tacos, salads, and Mexican pizzas. Located in St. Matthews on North Hubbards Lane, right behind the McDonald's in the Woodlawn Center. Salsaritas offers a unique, fresh Mexican, family-friendly, and casual dining experience. Stop by today and try one of their 3 signature saucy burritos: quesarito, rancherito, or tamarito. Salsaritas offers catering, so keep them in mind for your upcoming graduation, anniversary, or for any special event. Their catering hotline is 356-9468. That's Salsaritas Fresh Cantina.
Bottom of the third inning, it'll be 8-9-1 for the Tigers. This is Scott Spurlock, the third baseman. He's a junior, batting 118. He's going to lead things off for the Tigers here in the bottom of the third. Thanks for spending your Thursday evening with us. This is Tim Bryan and Derek Furch with you on the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network. Thanks for being with us. We do appreciate you watching.
Spurlock, another two-way guy for St. X, comes out of the bullpen to pitch some. Pitching that win over Trinity last week. He's got a good arm for a junior.
That's popped in the air. Shortstop's calling for it. Ellis hardly had to move for that one. That is an infield pop-up by Spurlock to Ellis. 1 up, 1 down. Drew looks really smooth there at third base. I mean, at the shortstop.
Yep. You can see he's got the actions of a Division I infielder. Got a nice swing. Had a hit in the first inning. Popped a foul ball.
That takes that first pitch right back up the middle. A 1-out single by Purcell. Purcell's a single with is a senior with a .263 batting average. So there's 1 on and 1 out to the top of the order, and Avery Lane, the Tigers go. Avery grounded out to the shortstop in his first plate appearance.
Always nice when you can get your 9-hole on base to set things up for your leadoff hitters. With Purcell, good wheels, middle infielder with some speed. I'd be surprised if he's not in motion during this at bat. And there he goes.
Throw is on line, but it's not going to be in time. Stolen base by Purcell. 1 down and a Tiger in scoring position for Avery Lane. Avery Lane leading all Tigers with a .439 batting average. Lane 18 hits, 2 doubles, so he sprays a lot of singles around the field. Has a couple sack bunts and 12 RBI. So evidently that happens quite a bit, Derek. If your RBI leader is your leadoff guy, the 7, 8, and 9 must be getting on in front of him.
That's right. Purcell, I guess he normally hits in the bottom of the lineup. Has a pretty good average for somebody hitting in the 9-hole, coming in at about 270. So if he can get on base, draw some walks, steal a base like we just saw, and something about him, he just looks like a kid who could steal bases. And when he got on first, no hesitation, went on the first pitch, and it wasn't even close.
Avery, not a really big fella, 5'9", 140, but he takes a mighty cut up there at the plate. The right-handed Dale Chandler for the Red Devils, third inning of work. And here's the 1-2. Fastball pushes it right back up the middle. The second baseman drifts over and catches it. Not able to double up Purcell. That's the second out here in the bottom of the third, and it's going to bring up the right fielder, Aaron Grammer. Aaron 0 for 1 with a ground out to Jared Burke at second base back in the first inning. Healthy cut. It's going to go way foul, make it over on the track next door to us. It's always interesting when we do ball games over here when they have a track meet.
Just so many people.
Yeah, the field mic picks up everything that's going on over here, and you hear the gun going off and the people being announced, so it adds a little different ambiance to a baseball game. 2 down. Purcell has the attention of Dale, and he steps off the back of the mound. Purcell retreats to second, and Grammer is at the plate. And Grammer calls timeout. A little cat and mouse going on here, just like you said earlier. This could be a big moment in the game, so far. There's a runner at second base and a potential to put your team on the board here with a ball into the outfield.
Another good swing right there, just a little bit late on that one. When the ball runs upstairs, you gotta be on time, and that one was at his letters, just couldn't catch up to it. Now he's got a bat on, just trying to put something in play, preferably up the middle right here.
Huge hole up the middle with the second baseman shading over toward first with the left-handed batting Grammer at the plate.
I would assume that Dale doesn't get a lot of lefties to pull fastballs. Good velocity on his fastball, so I'm not really sure why the second baseman would be that far over, but we'll see if it works out right here.
Yeah. Catcher sets up way outside. That's where the pitch goes. Funny story, Derek. Greg got us a radar gun to use during the game, but it turns out unless you're on the field holding it over the umpire's shoulder, it will not register the speed. We tried it for 2 games, and it was just ridiculous.
And I don't think there's any umpires that are going to let you stand directly behind them.
Yeah. So that didn't work out. He bought the budget gun, and it didn't work, so he took it back, and we're going to try to get us a little bit nicer one. But yeah, Greg gets frustrated easy anyway, so he's back there just pressing that trigger and nothing going. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, bottom of the third. Grammer at the plate. Here's the delivery off the plate, and the count's going to be run full. Third inning action is brought to us by Salsaritas, serving all your fresh Mexican favorites.
Big pitch right here.
Here's the payoff. Nice cut. 3 very aggressive swings by Grammer. Just missed that one.
Grammer was a kid 2 summers ago who was one of the best hitters in that freshman class then. Now that are juniors, I ran him out there in the 3-hole for a lot of the games. You can tell he's got a confident swing in there. Even with 2 strikes, took a big hack at that one.
Toes right up on the inside part of the box. Not going to be able to sneak anything over the outer half of the plate on him. All right, here's the payoff pitch. We're going to do it again. Dale's looking in. He's set. Checks the runner. Here's the delivery. It's going to scoot away. That's ball 4. Then the Tigers are going to have runners on the corners now for the designated hitter, Josh Finnerty. And actually, we're going to have runners on second and third because Grammer goes all the way to second on that pass ball. That's the first walk allowed by Dale.
Nice heads-up play by Grammer there. Ball 4 got all the way back to the wall, and he dropped his head and took off right as soon as it was the ball 4 was called. And right there, if you're the catcher or the pitcher for Jeff, you don't want to make that throw to second and let the run come in and score. So great heads-up play by Grammer to get to second, and now that forces the left side of the infield to make the throw across the diamond instead of going short way to second base on a ground ball.
Runners on second and third. The first offering to Finnerty. Outside corner of the plate, strike 1. Comes back with a breaking pitch, and Finnerty's now down on the count. No balls, 2 strikes.
After Josh, shorten up your swing, maybe choke up a little bit and just try and get the barrel of the ball right here. See if you can't shoot something right past the pitcher.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. That pitch was in the dirt, but it's a swing and a miss. The putout's going to go 2-3, and that's going to end the bottom of the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. Both teams have stranded 3 runners through 3 innings. After 3 complete innings of play, we have no score. This is the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network.
Circle K is known around the world for offering busy consumers a wide variety of quality products and services in a fast, friendly, and clean environment. For more than 50 years, Circle K has been one of North America's most popular and successful operators of convenience stores. Today, there are more than 3,300 Circle K stores across the U.S. and 35 here locally. Your neighborhood Circle K features an award-winning brand of premium Circle K coffee and Polar Pops. Circle K, fast, friendly service. Optimus International is an association of more than 2,900 Optimus clubs around the world dedicated to bringing out the best in kids. Every year, Optimus conducts 65,000 service projects and serve well over 6 million young people. To find out more about the work of Optimus clubs and how you can support their mission and vision, visit optimus.org. This message provided by the Hikes Point Optimus Club, serving their community for over 50 years. Kentucky High School Baseball on BBSN.
The excitement is here.
Into the fourth inning we go. And we are about 45 minutes into our broadcast. That first pitch in for a strike, leading things off for the Red Devils. It's the left fielder Nolan Fertig. Nolan 0 for 1 with a ground out to Lane in the first inning. A two-hopper to Purcell. And that's the first out here in the top of the fourth. This is going to bring up the second baseman, Jared Burke. Jared was the second strikeout victim for Munt. Munt has 2 strikeouts on the evening, both of them watching strikeouts. And he swings through that pitch, strike 1. Fourth inning action is brought to us by Circle K. Ooh.
Curveball backed up on him there a little bit. Looked like it slipped out of his hand.
Circle K is known around the world for offering busy consumers a wide variety of quality products and services in a fast, friendly, and clean environment. And your neighborhood Circle K offers an award-winning brand of premium Circle K coffee and Polar Pop. Circle K, fast, friendly service. That's something that you guys do just as well as any team that I've ever watched is get up on the plate, and when they come inside, just take the pitch.
Yep.
You guys get a lot of hit batsmen. That ball's driven into left field. McCormick, a little bit of a run, makes the catch. That's 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Didn't you guys lead like either the conference or Division I in hit by pitches last year?
We led the conference in hit by pitches last year, and we were 8th in the nation in hit by pitches. That's our motto. We're going to get all over the plate, and you throw it inside, we're not going to move, and we're going to be on first base, and then we're going to steal second.
Yeah. That ball is hit well. Laced into left field. It's over the left fielder's head. This is Ian Ellis. He's around first, heading for second. Throw's going to come back into second. That's a 2-out stand-up double for Ian Ellis.
It was one of those balls. I played outfield a little bit in high school, and I did in summer ball this year for Hopkinsville. One of those balls that's hit right at you that you can't tell if it's going to be down or go over your head. And left fielder unfortunately made the wrong choice there, but holding to a double, and Munt, good enough pitcher to get out of this little mini jam he's got going right now.
Now standing in for the Red Devils, the third baseman, Josh Burke. Josh had a single back in the second inning, was left stranded. And that ball is also hit well. That's in the left center field gap. That's down. It's going to make it all the way to the wall. Ellis is going to score. Burke's around second, heading for third. Here comes the throw. It's going to be late. A 2-out triple by Burke, plating Ellis, and that's the first run of the game. An RBI triple for Josh Burke. And he hit that one right on the screws.
That was, you could hear it off the bat, had a little different sound. That's one of those, when you make that solid contact, you don't feel it come off the bat. Just, and that ran all the way out to the wall, again, that turf.
Yeah.
Ball runs all the way to the wall, and good enough speed to get a triple. Now
right.
this right here for Munt, this is a big batter. One run, Senex should be able to scratch 1 run on the board off of Chandler Dale, but 2 or 3 runs may be hard to come by. So big spot here in the game for JD.
This is the catcher, Trey Dempsey. Trey grounded out to the third baseman in his only plate appearance. And Osborne sets up outside. That's right where Munt puts it. Ball 1. Middle infielder starting with her heels on the grass. Ooh, a huge swing by Dempsey. A swing and a miss. The count now even 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's one of those Adrian Beltre swings where falls down on his back knee.
Beltre's hit him out that way before on his knee.
Beltre's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Nice pitch. Is that just a breaking pitch, or is that a changeup? Because of velocity.
That's his curveball. He usually only goes with two, a fastball and a curveball, but it's a pretty good curveball.
And that pitch in the dirt count's going to be even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 out and 1 on, 1 man in for the Red Devils in the top of the 4th. Trey Dempsey at the plate with an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Just gets a piece of it to stay alive. 1 run, 5 hits for the Devils. No runs off of 2 hits for the Tigers. And this was one of the games I was really excited about at the beginning of the season when we put this one in our broadcast schedule, because I knew year in, year out, St. X is one of the better teams in the state, and Jeff has a pretty good reputation for baseball over there across the river as well.
It's become a nice little rivalry. We've played them, I think, just about every year since I was in high school, and we are usually.
Oh, nice pitch. Brings that fastball inside at the knees and freezes Dempsey for the 3rd out. 3 strikeouts by Munt, and all of them have been strikeouts looking. Half-inning totals, there was 1 run off of 2 hits. There were no errors, and 1 man left on base after 3 1/2. It's the Red Devils 1 and the Tigers 0, but coming to bat, this is Tim Bryan and Derek Furch with you on the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network.
Circle K is known around the world for offering busy consumers a wide variety of quality products and services in a fast, friendly, and clean environment. For more than 50 years, Circle K has been one of North America's most popular and successful operators of convenience stores. Today, there are more than 3,300 Circle K stores across the U.S. and 35 here locally. Your neighborhood Circle K features an award-winning brand of premium Circle K coffee and Polar Pops. Circle K, fast, friendly service.
Framing Express, framing your awards, certificates, jerseys, and sports memorabilia. 5 locations in the Louisville area: 9810 Shelbyville Road, 1 block east of Hurstbourne Lane; 3910 Bardstown Road in Mutual; 291 North Hubbards Lane in the Woodlawn Shopping Center; 1741 Bardstown Road in the Highlands; and 2230 Holiday Manor in the Holiday Manor Shopping Center. For all your framing needs, framing what matters since 1973. Framing Express.
Bottom half of the 4th inning, starting things off for the Tigers is the left fielder Andrew McCormick. McCormick flew out to the center fielder in the 2nd inning. This is Chandler Dale back on the bump for the Red Devils.
St. X needs to get a leadoff runner on base. I don't think they've gotten a leadoff runner on.
They have not.
All game, and that could be a key to their offense here. Maybe get on right here, bunt them over, steal them over.
Push straight away center field. Is it going to get down? Yes, it is. And just like Derek Furch was willing, it is a leadoff single by McCormick, and that's going to bring up the center fielder Miles Lee.
And Lee, with enough speed here, I'd be surprised if he didn't bunt, because even a sacrifice bunt by him could turn into a base hit.
One thing that you guys do so well is the push bunt, and when that's executed, it is a thing of beauty.
It's an impossible play to stop. You bunt the ball right at the second baseman as hard as you can, because a hard bunt's not going to get to the second baseman, and pitcher can't get to it, first baseman can't.
Pitch is in the dirt.
I think that's what Lee's going to try and do right here.
Only thing with the push bunt, you don't want to get air underneath of it. But you guys do that well. You do it well. Whitlock does it well.
Whitlock does everything well. I love playing with that kid.
Well, it's not a push bunt, but it's dropped down. It's perfect. Pitcher has to field it. Sacrifice is executed. And that's going to push McCormick up to second with one out. The batter's going to be the catcher, Josh Osborne, senior Josh Osborne. Josh struck out looking back in the second. You know he's going to want to redeem himself here with a runner in scoring position.
At the worst right here, Osborne's going to want to hit the ball to the right side of the field, move up runner on second base. Even with a ground out to the second baseman, you push your runner to third base where you can score on a pass ball, anything like that.
Big gap between second and first. He retreats back to his position. Breaking ball's mishandled, but McCormick's going to stay at second and may have had a cross up there.
It did look like a cross up. The catcher, Dempsey, looked like he was reaching for a fastball upstairs, and the curveball broke down in the zone. He was lucky to get a glove on it.
May have gone to an alternate sign with a runner at second base and pitcher-catcher not on the same play. You don't want to give if you're pulling for the Red Devils, you don't want to give them a free base right here just on a miscommunication. Lights are coming on here at Mueller Field. Bottom of the fourth inning, Red Devils winning 1-0 over the home team, St. Xavier Tigers. That ball is laced into left field. It's going to make it all the way to the wall. One run's going to score. The throw's going to come in to third, and that is a RBI double by Josh Osborne, plating Andrew McCormick. And Derek, this thing's knotted up here in the fourth.
Just like you said, get the leadoff runner on, bunt him over, and somebody come up with a big hit. Another rule that I love in college baseball, or in high school baseball, courtesy runner. Catchers don't have to run when they're on base.
This is going to bring up Cam Revelette, 0 for 1 with a ground out.
Amshoff went in to run for him. Trace Amshoff into run for
Osborne.
The catcher Osborne at second. Trace, another one of those juniors I had a couple summers ago. Fast kid, strong kid. I believe he's on the football team.
Oh! Greg actually caught a foul ball at the Webster game, and they made him give it back. He's got fingers like summer sausages. I mean, his hands are freaking huge. All right, here's the pitch. Nice location, low and away. Ahead in the count here, no balls, 2 strikes. A leadoff single by McCormick, a sac bunt by Miles Lee, and then a double by Josh Osborne, and the Tigers have this thing knotted up here in the bottom of the fourth. Catcher stood up, wanted that pitch high. That's just where Dell put it. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Setting him up with a high fastball. I would be shocked if he doesn't throw a curveball right here.
Here's the 1-2 from the big right-hander. It's a fastball. It's pushed through the 6-hole. They're going to wave the runner around third. Here comes Osborne. The throw is going to trickle into third, and the Tigers take the lead here in the bottom of the fourth. RBI single by Revelette, plating Osborne, and that's 2 in for the Tigers. And the Tigers now lead the visiting Red Devils 2-1.
The key to every inning, high school, college, professional, is getting the leadoff runner on base. If you can do that, you can engage in your offense, whether it be bunting, whether it be stealing, and now you get the pitcher pitching out of the stretch where he's uncomfortable, and I think that was the key for St. X in this inning.
Well, I think that St. X with the team speed, I think they can probably take bases on this fella. I've seen his throws down between innings, and you know they're decent throws, but they don't have a lot of zip on them, and they've been right or left of the bag most of the time. Here's the pitch. Nice job by the catcher framing that outside pitch. No balls and 2 strikes to Spurlock. Spurlock 0 for 1, popped out to the shortstop back in the third. And he tails that fastball in on his hands. That is the 3rd strikeout for Dale.
I love that pitch call. I don't know who's calling pitches. I would assume it's somebody in the Jeffersonville dugout. Spurlock didn't hit the first 2 fastballs, and no reason to speed up his bat right there and throw him a curveball. Just run another fastball up there, run it by him.
First baseman really struggling with the sun over there at first, holding the runner on.
That's the one thing playing here when I was playing here. First baseman, especially in the twilight hours, always had a problem. The sun sets right over the third base dugout, right over St. X's dugout, so pickoff throws coming from the pitcher are a little hard to handle over there.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 down, 2 runners in for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 4th. And goes outside. A swing and a miss by Purcell. Quickly down, no balls, 2 strikes. A nice lead. Lead foot pretty much in the grass. He bluffs, does not go. And back-to-back strikeouts by Dale to end the 4th inning. That's his 4th strikeout. But the damage is done. There were 2 runs off of 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base after 4 complete innings of play here from Mueller Field at St. Xavier High School. It's the Tigers 2 and the Red Devils 1. This is Louisville Area High School Baseball on the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network.
Kentuckians believe that if you truly want to take care of something, say your car or your home, you just don't turn it over to strangers. Maybe that's why so many Kentuckians insure their cars, trucks, homes, and belongings with Kentucky Farm Bureau. Kentucky Farm Bureau agents are committed to providing honest, trustworthy insurance services to Kentuckians just like you. In J-Town, contact Karen Little, 266-6610, and Lyndon J.O. Osborne, 327-5480. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
All right, it's time for our 5th inning trivia question. Be the first person with the correct response to fanmail at bbsnonline.com. And you'll win that gift certificate from Sauceritas.
1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. Hell yeah. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch.
All right, if you know what sports movie that's from, send your correct response to fanmail at bbsnonline.com, and we'll get that gift certificate to Sauceritas out to you. That's one of my favorite clips to play. Normally, every time we play it, we get it, but that clip right there makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up every time I listen to it.
2 good pitches by J.D. to start off this inning. 9-hole hitter up for Jeffersonville. You really want to get this out to start the 5th.
Top of the 5th, this is Jeremiah Phelps. Jeremiah singled, made it as far as third base, but was left stranded. It's in the air, left center field. Left fielder's coming over. Center fielder's calling him off. That's Miles Lee. And the leadoff man is retired here in the top of the 5th for the Red Devils. It's going to take us to the top of the order, and the center fielder, Drew Campbell, drew 0 for 1, a pop out and a sac bunt.
Miles Lee can cover a lot of ground out there in center field.
He really glides. It's amazing how quickly he can close the distance.
Reminds me of our current center fielder right now, freshman Jacob Woodruff from Bullitt East, who's just come on so strong in the second half of the year.
He is kind of coming into his own. That ball is a little flare to the second baseman. I wasn't for sure if it was going to get over his head or not.
Woody's a guy that's he's gonna play at Spalding and be in that lineup for the rest of this year and the rest of his 3 years. And he made a decision early in the season when he got a shot, and he just said, "Coach, you're gonna have to play me because I'm gonna track every fly ball and I'm gonna hit 270, 280 and get on base."
And it was just a matter of confidence. He had an opportunity early. Played a couple games, and I think he was just overwhelmed with the speed of the game. And then Sheets set him out for a couple games, and then put him back in the lineup. And he has been a really bright spot there at the bottom of the order. He's like a second leadoff down there in the 9th spot.
Yep, especially when he gets on base in front of Whitlock, our offense really starts to click because then Whitlock's got some power. He can drive balls into gaps, and Woodruff can steal some bases, all that.
And Whitlock's arguably the fastest kid on your team, isn't he?
I would say it'd be a contest between Whitlock, Mosby, and Woodruff. That'd be a race I'd pay to watch.
Well, he makes a hard hit ground ball in the infield a close play every time down at first. I mean, Whit, from the time he steps off the bus until the end of the game, his motor is going full speed.
Yep.
3-1's the count. This is the shortstop, Drew Ellis. Drew 1 for 2, a single and a pop out. And he rockets that pitch out of play. Our 5th inning is brought to us by Kentucky Farm Bureau. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Big pitch right here.
And that pitch is also pushed foul. If you know the answer to that sports movie trivia question, send it to fanmail at bbsnonline.com, or you can tweet it to me, whichever. I'm at Tim Bryan, TIMBRIAN. Don't be shy. We love giving stuff away. And a 2-out walk to Ellis. That's the first free pass given up by Munt.
Not what you want to do with 2 outs. And now if I'm St. X's outfield, I deepen up a little bit with Dale coming to the plate because a double will score Ellis here. Hopefully JD can keep the ball down. Good pitch right there.
Breaking pitch, outer half of the plate, strike 1. Chandler Dale 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. Dale with 4 strikeouts, Munt with 3. Each have 1 walk. And that ball's chopped foul.
Ellis got a good jump at first there. Dale should have let that pitch go and let Ellis get into scoring position.
Ellis glides. I mean,
he does. I was struggling to find who Coach Dan McDonald was watching early in the game, and then when Austin Clemens texted me and told me that it was Drew Ellis, you can see. I mean, good looking body for a high school shortstop. He's got good infield actions, a good swing, and he really just glides on the base path.
No balls and 2 strikes to the number 3 hitter. This is pitcher Chandler Dale. 2 down in the top of the 5th, 1 man on. Runner goes again. And that is the 4th strikeout for Munt. 4 strikeouts for Munt, 4 strikeouts for Dale. A 2-1 ball game. The Tigers are leading 2-1 after 4.5 complete innings of play. This is the B&B Sports Broadcasting Network.
Kentuckians believe that if you truly want to take care of something, say your car or your home, you just don't turn it over to strangers. Maybe that's why so many Kentuckians insure their cars, trucks, homes, and belongings with Kentucky Farm Bureau. Kentucky Farm Bureau agents are committed to providing honest, trustworthy insurance services to Kentuckians just like you. In J-Town, contact Karen Little, 266-6610, and Lyndon J.O. Osborne, 327-5480. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment. LDG develops, builds, renovates, and operates rental communities that serve the moderate income individual. In the Louisville area, the woods of Glen Hill Manor and Valley Station, Overlook Terrace Apartments, off New Cut Road, and Whispering Woods Apartments in the Cane Run Road area. If you're looking for apartments in the Louisville area, contact LDG Development.
To the bottom of the fifth we go, in the top of the Tiger order. Leading off is shortstop Avery Lane. Avery 0 for 2, ground out and a line out, and fouls the first pitch off from Chandler Dale.
Avery looks to be, doesn't look like he's got a confident swing going tonight. Hadn't hit the ball very hard his first two at-bats. I'd be surprised right here. I don't know how often he bunts, but if I was him, I'd be looking to lay one down. Third baseman's playing back a little bit.
Fastball pushed into right field. Right fielder a step over and a step back. That's Jeremiah Phelps. 1 up and 1 down for the Tigers in the bottom of the fifth.
Just as I say that, he puts a good swing on the ball to right field. That was a good swing right there by Avery. That's what you want to do to lead off an inning. Hit the ball hard. If it drops, it drops. But set the tone right here. See if Aaron Grammer can put another good swing on the ball.
Right fielder, left-handed hitting Aaron Grammer stands in. 0 for 1. A walk and a ground out pushes that ball out of play.
That's a good swing. He just missed that one.
Aaron had 3 really good hacks in his last at bat. Ended up working a walk out of it. The 0-1 way outside. Count now knotted up, 1 ball, 1 strike. As your Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, J.O. and Karen will make sure you get the insurance protection you need at a rate you can afford. And because their offices are close by, you know they'll be there when you need them. After all, that's what Big on Commitment is all about. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Nice pitch.
Nice. That was a nice pitch. Curveball nips the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That 1-1 pitch for a pitcher is usually the most important of the at-bat. If you can get the count back in your favor, now he can throw any pitch he wants to out there. Looks like an outside fastball.
Yeah, pushed into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Nice piece of hitting right there by Grammer. Took it right back to, the pitch was telling that way, took it right to the opposite field. 1 out single, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Josh Finnerty. One on, 1 out. Nice move over to first. Not in time. Well played ball game. 1 run, 5 hits for Jeffersonville. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Tigers.
I think we may see a hit and run right here.
That fastball inside. He's done that so many times. He'll throw that hook on the outer part of the plate and then run that fastball inside on the hands.
I'd try and keep Josh out of the double play here. Maybe try and get Grammer in motion. See if Josh can't hit it right behind him.
Nice cut. Just can't catch up with the fastball. 0-2.